Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Today is Taylor Swift's 32nd birthday. She can't wait to see what her cats got her. Alabama quarterback Bryce Young won the Heisman Trophy. He joins an elite group of college quarterbacks, and also Tim Tebow. Michael Strahan flew into space on a Blue Origin rocket Saturday. The spacecraft reached an altitude of about 350,000 feet, or roughly half the distance between Strahan's front teeth.
Making sure breaking news stays broken. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Classic Rock 107. Good morning, I'm Prospector. Got an email the other day asking me to mess with somebody who works at a tire store. They said my friend Andre works there, and I think it would be awesome if you could mess with them a little bit. So I did do that yesterday. Here is me calling Andre and asking for special air in my tires. See if we can get Andre to give me the special premium fill.
Hi, it's Andre Tires. How can I help you?
Yeah, hi. My name is John, and I wanted to see about getting a set of tires. I need 4, actually, for my Toyota Tacoma.
Okay, sounds good. Do you happen to know the tire size?
I don't. It's a 2013, and I'm looking for some big tires for it.
I could probably put on that vehicle like a 265, 75, 16 or something like that. You know what kind of driving you're doing?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of dirt, sand. I want to do a lot of off-roading stuff. Those are big?
Yeah, those are pretty big tires for the kind of truck you have right there.
Okay, how much is that?
I could probably get you out the door for about $400 or $500 right now with our special.
What else does that include?
Tires, the installation package, mounting and balancing, all disposal fees and taxes.
And I wanted the premium fill in the tires, okay?
Premium fill.
Yes. I was told to ask for the premium fill.
Can you give me a little bit more information about...
Yeah, for the tires. Whatever you use to fill the tires, I want to get the premium. What do you guys put in the tires?
Just use regular air.
I was told by a buddy to ask for the premium air to make it lighter.
Do you mean like a different kind of gas besides air?
Yeah, like you put in balloons that make balloons float.
You put in balloons.
Yeah, to make the truck lighter. So you fill it up and you make the truck a lot lighter.
Can I ask you exactly why?
Yeah, to go fishing.
Okay, so why did they tell you to put this in your vehicle?
My friend Jeff, he gets the biggest tires there is, and then he goes and he has the premium fill put in. And then he goes fishing. He backs his truck right down to the boat launch, into the lake, and boom. Well, what's the biggest tire you've got?
Biggest tire I got is like a 35.
Well, let's do that and just tell me where I can go to get the premium fill in the tire.
Sir, I'm going to be honest with you. There's no way, no matter how big a tire you...
Well, what if you put monster truck tires on it? I bet it would do it. I mean, have you seen those truck tires bounce? Those monster trucks bounce?
Yeah, that's the suspension set they put on that vehicle. That has nothing...
Do we really know that?
If you want to buy a set of tires right now, that's great. Come and see me. But if you don't, I really gotta get going. I'm really busy.
Andre, I don't need any helium. I don't need any tires.
You don't need any helium?
No, I don't need any of that. This is Prospector from Rock 107. You've been set up, bro.
Oh, my God.
It's a lot of money to shell out. Good morning, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. With the shortages and prices, Christmas trees, they kind of become a whole other issue this year. Not an issue for me because it costed a Prospector. We've had an artificial tree. We've had it for years. I know my brother paid through the nose for his tree. And last week when I was in New York City for the Genesis concert, the prices for trees on the street were just nuts. So I'm asking you, what kind of tree do you have in your house and why? Real Christmas tree or fake Christmas tree and why? Aiden on Twitter says, hey, fake tree, because both me and my mother are allergic to pine trees. That makes sense to me. On to the rock lines, real Christmas tree or fake Christmas tree and why? Rock 107.
Picture on the wall.
Really? No tree at all, huh?
No. My girlfriend does a real one, but I do artificial. I don't go for all the 6 months of sweeping up the needles afterwards.
Yeah, who can blame you on that? Karen, check it in on Facebook.com/Angry Prospector says, artificial, a Balsam Hill one. Woo-hoo. We got one considerably cheaper than the normal price. Whew, thank God. We get it looking more and more like a real tree every year. Those things are pricey, but yeah, okay. Connie, checking in on Instagram, which is at Angry Prospector. Hashtag Team Fake Tree. All right. How about you? Real tree or fake tree? Rock 107.
I used to do the artificial tree.
Okay.
And then, like you said, I mean, it turns out to look like kind of like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree, if you will. But now I do the real trees.
Right.
And I do only Fraser fir.
Okay.
trees. And the reason is because they have such a beautiful aroma to them.
You know your trees here, man, because I just, like, when I got you, I used to get real trees. Now I'm a fake guy, but I would just go out and give me a tree. It's green, fine. You know your trees.
Yes, well, these smell like oranges.
They smell like oranges?
Yes.
Wow.
You know, when you first get it, it has to age for a little bit, but the oils from the actual quills, pins, whatever you want to call the little needles on it,
Right.
Once they start to release their oils, it just smells so pretty.
Now, when I release my oils, it does not smell pretty at all. I'm just glad she laughed at it. Eric says, real tree. Last year, price for Douglas fir, $89. This year, $119. Debbie says, ours is artificial. However, our son found a real one on a lot for $20. Really? $20 this year? I guess that's a steal, even if it's infested. Lisa says, real, Bruce, $70. We take the kids and we do the choose and cut at the tree farm every year. How about you? Real tree, fake tree, and why? Rock 107.
I'm a fake man now that I'm getting older. Years ago, we used to get real ones, but I'm like you. Now that I'm getting older, I'm getting lazier.
All that stuff every year, you're out, you're spending $40, $50 on a Christmas tree. You spend $100 one year and it lasts like 8 or 9, you know?
Exactly.
Rock 107, how about you? Real tree, fake tree?
Oh, fake is the way to go.
Yeah? How come?
Because all you gotta do is take down a wall. 8, 10 screws, you take down the wall, your tree is up behind the wall.
Wait a second.
Decorated, lights on, trains up, all you gotta do is plug it in, dust it off a little bit, you're done.
You have a tree behind a false wall all year long, and then you pull the wall out, and now you have your tree for Christmas.
That's right, I'm done.
Isn't it just as much trouble as to put another fake one up every year, or no?
No, it's easy. No, 8, 10 screws, a little bit of molding, you're done.
Yeah, seems like too much work to me. Shannon says artificial, so I could put a tree up the first week of November and take it down after Russian Christmas.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
Wouldn't it be nice to not have to fumble for your readers to see the wonderfulness on the menu at Frank's and Simpson? Well, that could be your future. Vuity eye drops have officially hit the market. The drops claim they can replace glasses for some of the 128 million Americans who have trouble seeing up close and need reading glasses. The medicine takes about 15 minutes to work, but the effect of a sharper vision can supposedly last up to 10 hours. The FDA approved the drops back in October. I just hope I can read the instructions on how to use them before I actually use them.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
I've been saying it's kind of problematic for a while. Good morning, I'm Rock 107's Prospector, and Saturday night, I think it was, maybe it was Sunday, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was on CBS. Of course, I sat there with my wife and watched it and soaked in the wonderfulness that was the childhood memories of watching Rudolph. But I've been saying for years that Santa is kind of a jerk in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The reindeer coach is definitely a jerk. Even Rudolph's dad's a jerk in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But the last few years, more and more people are catching on that it's become problematic. So I thought, what if Rudolph had his red honker surgically removed before the bullying got to him? Well, I've updated the famous song we all know to reflect a surgically removed nose on Rudolph the Reindeer.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid, Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall another reindeer?
Hi.
Rudolph the reindeer had a nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say nothing. All of the other reindeer used to accept Rudolph completely. They never let Rudolph lift anything heavy on his own.
Here, let me get that for you. Thank you.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say,
Oh, Rudolph, you can't help. Christmas is ruined.
Then how the reindeer had unfair, unexplained expectations of Rudolph, and they cried, Rudolph the reindeer, you're the same as any other reindeer.
I don't know why, but I'm sorry.
I love it. Rudolph did so well with that surgery, he actually had some stuff lengthened. Relax. Talking about his antlers. Christmas songs for years, but this is a step further. Good morning. I'm Rock 107's Prospector. We're not done having fun at Rudolph's expense yet. Just before the commercials, we had his theme song if he had had his red nose surgically removed. Well, how about this? Someone on YouTube took scenes from the classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Christmas special and censored them so the whole thing sounds dirty, which I love. Here it is. Check it out. First, Sam the Snowman, then Santa's Workshop, Rudolph and Hermie, the Lion, King Moonracer, the Island of Misfits toys, all of it.
Oh, excuse me. Call me Sam. What's the matter? Haven't you ever seen Snowman before? Now, don't any of you worry your heads about Santa. Mrs. Claus will have him plenty up by Christmas Eve.
Not happy in my work, I guess.
What?
I just don't like toys.
No, well, if that's all. What? You don't like toys?
No.
Hermie doesn't like toys. Do you mind telling me what you do want to?
Well, sir, someday I'd like to a dentist.
That's when all the new fawns come out with their folks to meet the other new fawns and to be by Santa.
Perhaps, being misfits yourselves, you might toys here.
Looks like we're again.
It's outstanding.
What's a yambag? A fool, an idiot, a blockhead, a dunce, or an ignoramus. You know, a dullard, simpleton, or a clot, nitwit, dipstick, pea-brain, mouth breather, or cretin.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yambag of the Day as decided by you at rock107.com.
Here are the nominees. Nominee number 1.
If this woman was looking to spend time in the hospital, then she hit the jackpot. A woman in Houston, Texas was playing a slot machine at a convenience store with another woman, and she wasn't winning. So she poured lighter fluid on the slot machine and set it on fire. The other woman was furious because she was no longer able to play, so they started fighting, and it spilled out into the parking lot. At that point, the mad woman shot the woman who started the fire, shot her, and then fled the scene. It's unclear what their relationship is, but police say they knew each other. The fire starter was rushed to the hospital. She's okay. Cops are still looking for the shooter. The woman who started the fire is probably looking at charges too, but police haven't announced anything yet.
Nominee number 2.
I've seen plenty of stories where parking disputes evolved and ended with somebody pulling a gun, but this guy took it to a different level. 57-year-old Andre Abrams was at his house in Gainesville, Florida last month when he and his neighbors, who've had multiple arguments about parking, got upset with each other again. This time he walked out of his home with a flamethrower and started spraying it in the direction of their car while people were sitting in it. The flamethrower he owns is called an XM42 Light, and it can shoot flames more than 20 feet. 3 kids were in the car when he did it. I don't know how old they are, but they're all juveniles. Lucky no one was hurt. Flames had actually never hit the car, but witnesses said they got within about 5 feet of it, so I'm sure it was pretty scary. Andre admitted to it, but claimed no one was in any danger. He said if he wanted to burn the car, he would have. He's facing 3 counts for aggravated assault.
And the winner is
the guy who pulled a flamethrower on his neighbor and then aimed the flamethrower at his car during a parking dispute, risking the lives of the people inside. You are the Yambag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yambag of the Week competition. Stay tuned for all the nominees for Prospector's Yambag of the Day, weekday mornings right here on Rock 107. Listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.